Hey, this is Scott Steiner, Big Papa Pump, the Big Bad Booty Daddy, and you listen to IcoPod, the best podcast going today. Holler if you hear me.
And we're back with episode 223 of IcoPod. I am Bob Collier Jr., and with me as always is Austin Skinner and Dallas Gridley. And fellas, we are on the road to Survivor Series in 1996, which is shaping up to be perhaps the biggest pay-per-view of the year. Because we've got Sid and Shawn for the WWF World title, and we have Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret the Hitman Hart, who is making his in-ring return at said event. But this week, there appears to be an issue between before mentioned Stone Cold Steve Austin and his former rival turned tag team partner turned rival again in WCW, Brian Pillman.
Ooh.
We recently saw Stone Cold Pillmanize Pillman's ankle. I believe that's how it was dubbed, right? That's the moment that move was given the nickname Pillmanizer.
I would say that's correct, yeah.
So that recently happened on Superstars, but needless to say, it looks like this week's episode of Raw is going to have an intense exchange between Steve Austin and Brian Pillman. Fellas, are we excited to see the continuation of that feud? And has Survivor Series gained your interest?
If Pillman can wrestle, I'm excited to see how the feud's going to happen, but we kind of got no signs of that. I think we discussed it, on the last episode or maybe it was the one before, I don't remember, it's all a fucking blur, but that they potentially did this angle to kind of push out his in-ring debut, which I understand, it makes sense, but it's like, Pillman being on TV is exciting, but like I want to see him do more. You know what I mean? So I'm excited if we can kind of get something out of it, which we might tonight. But I'm just I need more of that. Now Bret Hart coming back to fight Stone Cold at Survivor Series. I mean, come on, huge for Steve Austin in the WWF, and Bret Hart's back. Survivor Series already is the best pay-per-view of the year. There ain't a lot of competition.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I think there's a decent amount of hype, and with just the handful of things that we know so far, it's shaping up to be pretty good, I would think. As far as Pillman, it's such a double-edged sword for me because, like, really, when Pillman's at his peak, right before he completely destroys his fucking ankle. I mean, the character's firing on all cylinders. He can still go in the ring. He's got that edge to him. He's kind of figured out his niche. And then he gets in a car accident and pretty much ends his in-ring career for the most part. So I don't know. I mean, it's one of those deals where I do think they can get out a lot out of Brian Pillman without him being in ring and active. But at the same time, that's just not the time period we're in. We're in the time period of, if we signed you for big money, you got to deliver, because like we don't really have big money to throw around. So if you can't get in the ring and wrestle and be an active part of the roster, we're probably not going to do shit with you, because you're not, garnering anything for us long term. So I do think Pillman falls victim to that quite a bit. I mean, we'll see, and as things move on, but It's nowhere near what the WWF thought they were getting. And I'm pretty sure the whole time that Pillman was there, he was downplaying the injury considerably. As in, like, oh, don't worry, give me a couple months and I'll be 100%.
Well, that was to get the contract.
Correct.
Right.
But I even think here, I think he's still playing it off like, oh, yeah, I just need a little bit more time to heal sort of thing. But,
I
like,
believe that.
it's fused. His ankle is fucking fused in a walking position. So I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I still like his run in the WWF. I still think there's enough moments and things to chew on as far as what we do get out of him while he's here. But my favorite character standpoint stuff is for sure the ECW stuff. And his best in-ring stuff is going to be WCW. I mean, that's just all there is to it. Yeah. So, in those rankings, unfortunately, the way things played out, WWF work is always going to be third, in my opinion. But nonetheless, I think he's a welcome addition to the show. It does give that edge of unpredictability that Raw desperately needs in the face of WCW. And I do think that... their use of him with what they have, I don't know if you can ask for much more because there wasn't much more left there. So I really like this feud. I like the interactions between him and Steve Austin, like the callbacks, and even moving forward with the stuff with Brett that we'll eventually see. But yeah, it's always really bittersweet for me. I think there was just so much more that he could have done and gone on to do had he not been so injured as far as seriousness. But yeah, getting back to the Survivor Series, I do think that Bret being on the show is a huge boost. We have needed Bret Hart for a couple of months now, pretty desperately, so that'll be nice. Like Dallas said, for Steve Austin to get the rub and be the one giving Bret his return match, I think is huge. And I think it's earned. I mean, look at the 180 that Steve Austin has done in just a couple of months. He's gone from nameless, faceless to, oh shit, here comes Steve Austin. The crowd's about to cheer the fuck out of him because he does whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's actually really crazy. I mean, remember when he came out in his little green trunks? And
that wasn't that long ago.
And he had like a little hair on his head, and it was like, okay, here's the ringmaster.
Right.
And then like you could see once he switched to like the Stone Cold thing, obviously it took some time, it always does, but then there was one weekend it was like, guys, I think we're there. Like I think this is it. And it was like crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool to see that transition.
And even the work, that was a big thing for us. Like, oh, no, he's still working like Steve Austin, WCW, which was the case for a lot longer than the look. The look he kind of fell into relatively quickly because there really isn't a look. It's just black trunks with a bald guy. But
for me, it's like the personality, though, too. It's like, so he got the look, but yeah, I agree with his working. But then, like, once he started, the way he cut the promos, and like, once he started doing that, it was like, and I feel like that almost happened very close to the same time that we noticed his in-ring work kind of switching up a little bit.
Right. I think he's finally on the position where he realizes that, like, if you're going to be this, like, swashbuckling badass guy, you can't be, like, cartoon selling like you're fighting Ric Flair in 1990.
Right.
So I don't know. I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, Bret and Steve Austin is one of my favorite feuds ever because it's so oil and water. Like, here's Bret, play by the rules, fucking straight-laced boots sort of guy, and then Steve Austin comes and he's swearing and drinking beers and hitting people he's not supposed. Like, it's perfect. The mixture is perfect. The clash of styles is perfect. That brawler versus that technician, it's like they kind of force each other to work outside their comfort zone just enough to where it is good. Yeah, 100% a big fan of that. And if this is where it kind of really stems from and starts, I'm very much looking forward to that. Ahmed Johnson, is he back at Survivor Series?
No, I have news on him next week.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't think we got official word, but we recently saw him. He attacked
Farouk
at the free for all.
Right.
And then we've seen like the live wire interviews and stuff. So that stuff's heating up though.
Well, that's another thing too, and I think it almost parallels Steve Austin in the way that it's like I'm a big badass guy. I can pretty much do whatever I want. Nobody can stop me. And I'm coming back to like get my revenge. That's gonna be big when that happens. Sid, another guy. I can do whatever I want. I'm fucking huge. I can beat up the world champion if I want, and I can probably even take his belt. So fuck you. So there's like a lot of cool sort of, again, a lot of opportunity for unpredictability, which is for me like the key to a good wrestling pie is like if sprinkle some, unpredictability in there. So there's like these guys that are starting to circle now, and it's like, what would he do? Even Mankind. I think you could fucking put him in that. What is he going to do? Because he's already attacked random people and fucking come out in the middle of matches and all this shit. So I think there's a good bubbling going on within the WWF at this current point in 1996.
Well, you guys both listed several things that you're interested in. However, if you were interested in maybe seeing a return of Roddy Piper, that ain't happening.
Oh.
Not until 2003, at least.
Okay, guys, we got a couple years.
That's because Roddy Piper has signed with World Championship Wrestling for an undisclosed amount of money or time. And that is because he recently showed up at Halloween Havoc, which was on October 27th. And at the show, he confronted Hulk Hogan following his main event match against Randy Savage. So it looks like WCW is going to be getting into a Hogan-Piper feud, which obviously was a huge moneymaker for the WWF, over a decade ago.
Yeah.
Which is weird to say in 96.
Right.
But it continues the trend, really, I guess, for WCW in recycling what was successful in the WWF and doing it in their company to maybe milk out a few $1 million.
Well, really, because
not a good business plan, or not a bad business plan for the short term, at least.
Well, outside the NWO, I mean, what do they really have?
I mean, they got the cruiserweights and stuff like that. But in terms of like a storyline,
that's what I'm saying.
It's heavily dominated by the NWO.
Right. So bringing in Piper, I guess. What else are you gonna do?
Although the John Tenta "I'm not a fish" storyline is quite memorable, people talk about that.
Yeah. Well, of course.
Speaking of Hogan, he recently claimed that the World Wrestling Federation offered him a $5 million per year contract in which he would then win the Royal Rumble before winning the title at WrestleMania as a heel.
I doubt it.
I don't see that happening either.
No.
I
think Hogan's burned his bridge.
Would it have been cool for Hogan to come back to the WWF as a heel and win the championship at WrestleMania 13? Sure. But I don't think they're forking over $5 million.
No.
The amount of money he's making in WCW is got to be way over $5 million.
Right. Oh, yeah, with the merchandise and the cuts off payouts and all this shit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I don't know. I think at this point, Hogan has really burnt his bridge with Vince McMahon. And even if this dude was like, I'll come back for fucking $6 million, I feel like Vince would be like, nah, we're good. We're good on you right now.
We're good.
If he knew that it would make him a shit ton of money, I think he'd do it.
Yeah, but would it? I mean, look at the reactions Hogan was getting. Indifference when he left. People just didn't.
Yeah, but it's different because he's a heel.
Yeah, but you can't NWO Hogan.
You could still have Hollywood Hogan.
You could have a heel version of Hogan in some way.
Yeah, but
he's hotter than he's ever been.
Hogan is what makes it cool.
Well, right.
Right, and I mean, I think we kind of agree that the NWO, to an extent here, is carried by Hall and Nash anyway.
Yes.
I think that's fair to say. Yeah.
Yeah, they made it cool.
Right. So, I mean, if you were to
Well-
take Hogan out of that group and have them be the main two, I don't think you're falling that far off.
I think it's like Hall and Nash made it cool, and Hogan gave it like
Credibility.
That's the word I'm looking for. And that's what really was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like it would have been cool without him, but that really was like, oh, like this is the group.
Yeah.
But he's already been in there, so if he leaves, it's still the group. Like it's
Right.
That's why those guys are still doing stuff today, right? That's why when they went to TNA in 2010, they were the band, baby.
Well, and that's, I guess, what I'm saying. Now, okay, Hogan signs in '96 with with WWF. All the NWO shit's gone. All the guys with him are gone. He probably would bring in fucking Booty Daddy with him. So it'd be
what a
like
loss.
black shirt Hogan with like Booty Daddy black shirt. And it's like, dude, the fans are going to know at that point, okay, you sold out again. And now you don't have like the cool group with you. So now we're shitting on this.
You got Booty Daddy, the disciple.
I don't think it would have got over. I really don't. Not when you got, think of what we have right now.
Well, put it this way,
Fucking
too.
Steve Austin is on the show. And you're going to bring Hogan in a black shirt? No, fuck that. That's garbage.
Well, the thing that's interesting to think about, too, though, is if Hogan came back, Vince would be like, got your red and yellow, brother.
Oh,
His
yeah, dude. Give
And
it fucking 2 months. And this
his ass is switching and to sell that merch, baby.
Yeah.
You know it, because that's what got him big.
Right.
I mean, they did it in WCW. They switched him, and it was so stupid.
No, that's what I mean, dude. There's just, to me, I don't think there's any way it gets over.
I like when he goes back to the WWF, and then so when he turns face, but then he's still Hollywood Hogan, but he's wearing the red and yellow.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
what? You're fake Hollywood at that point.
Yeah. No, I don't.
No.
I don't see that being a realistic thing that happened in '96.
No, that was good. That was a good joke, though, Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what Meltzer reported. So
That was a good joke, Dave.
well, guess what? There's something that's changing here on this week's edition of Raw.
Okay.
The start time. So instead of 8:57, the show is starting at 7:57.
Oh shit.
Now, as we watch the show and what happens on this show,
It's a 3-hour Raw.
no,
Oh.
what the hell are you talking about? It starts at 8:57, but now they're pushing it back to 7:57. So it's going from 7:57 to 8:57 instead of 8:57 to 9:57.
Did Nitro start at 8?
So
Oh, okay.
here's the thing.
Okay.
So
okay.
Nitro originally, so Raw was from 9 to 10, or 8:57 to 9:57, and that was it.
Oh.
Nitro had 8 to 10. Well, with this happening, that means that the first hour of Nitro is going head to head with Raw, which previously it was unopposed.
Oh.
So Meltzer is noting here that this is going to have to be a change for Nitro. So that the first hour, they're going to have more featured matches,
Front load it.
storylines, and stuff like
Yeah.
that to prevent people from jumping over to Raw.
Well, what's crazy about this, though, and when we watch the show, I'll pull up the Nitro card and we can kind of talk about it. But what's interesting about this is that this is obviously a taped episode of Raw. Of course, they're not going to know when segments are airing necessarily, but they kind of know the matches that are going to be happening, so they can adjust. Assuming it was a live Nitro, which most of the time it was.
Yeah.
So I think that is actually really interesting, and I can't wait to pull this up when we start the show and we can talk about it.
You're going to think I'm really dumb. But, dude, I didn't know that. I didn't know Raw was from 9 to 10.
I
That
think
Raw was 9 to 10?
No.
I think I only did because we've. Well, now that you say that,
Dude,
maybe
I didn't know that.
I was gonna say I feel like I had to have because Bob's mentioned. Oh, Nitro was on the hour before, and maybe I assumed it was always like 9 to 11 because that's what we're used to, Austin. When we used to watch back in our day, we're not Bob level. It was 9 to 11.
I remember it was 9 to 11.
Well, you bet.
Nonetheless, it makes sense because, like, when you guys do review the WCW cards, that first hour is so shit.
Yeah.
So, like, it was probably easy for the viewers at that point, like, oh, we'll just watch, like, the cruiserweights on WCW, and by the time they're done, we'll switch on to Raw, and, like, fuck the rest of WCW. To whereas now they're not going to be able to do that. You watch one or the other. And odds are, if you're invested in the first hour of Raw, and you've missed an hour of Nitro, it's like, oh, well, I missed the hour, you know, it's halfway done, I won't even fucking bother with it. So I don't know, that might work.
I'll tell you what. I ain't going to talk about it yet, but it's kind of interesting what they're... I'm on WrestlingRecaps.com, my favorite wrestling resource website. Matt Petticourt is going to help us out as we talk about Nitro during the show.
There you go. Well, the last bit of news is almost just choked on a Starburst jelly bean. It's fine. I'm okay. Brian Pillman, as previously mentioned, he had ankle surgery on October 23rd.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
AKA, he can't, like, that's fused now.
So that's when it gets fused.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they believe that, because this is his second surgery, that the first surgery, he didn't allow it to
Proper
heal.
healing.
He was on it, walking around, doing various things. So he didn't have the patience of, like, don't do anything for a few months and, like, you'll be okay. He just wanted to go.
Okay.
Because, like, if he didn't, in his mind, it's like, I ain't going to get the contract. So, like,
which is understandable at the time, especially.
Right.
A lot of guys talk about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a cutthroat business. I mean, you're out for a month, and who knows if you get that spot back.
It's just like with Mr. Wonderful. That's why he's got his little weak arm.
Right.
Because he was feuding with Hogan.
Right. And it's the most money that he was ever going to make.
I would have done the same thing, dude.
I would have.
I would have done the same thing.
Fuck it.
Yep.
If somebody made fun of my arm, I'd be like, dude, I got fucking $4 million in my bank. Go.
I made Hogan money for a year.
Right.
Or two.
Yeah. Literally. What about it?
Yeah. Who cares? What's in your bank account? I don't fucking care.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
House show notes. Let's go to Worcester, Mass. November 3rd. 3,363 fans are in attendance, and here is the rundown for the show. The Sultan defeated Bob Holly. Justin Bradshaw defeated Aldo Montoya. Billy Gunn defeated Bart Gunn. That's right, the Smoking Guns have in fact imploded. Psycho Sid defeated Vader in a stretcher match. The WWF Tag Team Champions Owen Hart and Davey Boy Smith defeated the Godwins. The challengers originally won the match and titles after Phineas hit the slap trap, but Owen's foot was on the bottom rope, so the match continued. As we call that, a dusty finish. Mark Merrow defeated WWF Intercontinental Champion Hunter Hearst Helmsley by disqualification. And in the main event, the WWF World Champion Shawn Michaels teamed up with The Undertaker to defeat Goldust and Mankind inside of a steel cage.
I'm going.
I think it sounds pretty good.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Hey boys, sounds like a date.
I might even get some good seats for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Don't, whatever you do, don't buy fourth row. Your neck's gonna hurt after.
Yeah, dude, that was
just from experience.
Definitely. It hurt my neck. All right, it's that time, folks. The November 4th, 96 edition of Monday Night Raw. The runtime is 49 minutes and 7 seconds. I'm gonna count down from 3, and when I say, okay, 49 minutes and 8 seconds. I'm going to count down from 3, and when I say play, that's when you're going to want to hit the play button on your Peacock, or maybe you have an illegally purchased DVD from a guy from Des Moines, Iowa, on a message form for $65, and you're just going to pop that in. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not saying I ever did that, but here you go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay, dude, I press play.
Yeah, I always try to hit play in between Bob's 3 and play because mine takes a second to hit the play button.
Yeah. This is our face-off that Dallas loved so much last week.
If you notice, the first 2 or 3 seconds of the show anyway isn't anything.
Oh, I hear someone's TV.
Yeah, I think I hear Bob's.
I'm turning it down.
I don't care. I just thought I could hear mine extra loud, and I was like, what is that?
Oh,
Okay, so guys, here we go. We're starting off Raw. Oh, wait, look at Brian Pillman's home in Walton, Kentucky.
a nice house.
Yeah, especially for like a mid-level talent guy.
Really interesting. So just for fun here, I got the Nitro thing up. As Nitro was starting at the same time.
Wasn't Pillman making like $300,000 in WCW as a jobber?
Yeah,
Like
but
a year?
that's not a lot of money for fucking to live in a replica White House.
I don't know, man. I think back then the housing market was probably a lot different.
Yeah,
And it's in Kentucky.
Was.
Yeah,
it's in
that's
Kentucky.
true too. Yeah.
So as Nitro was started, guys, thanks Matt Petticord for your review on WrestlingRecaps.com. We know that it started off with Sting up in the rafters.
Oh, that's cool.
And the Giant, Vincent, and Ted DiBiase are in the crowd looking for him. They're also going to be starting a tournament to crown the first ever WCW Women's Champion on Nitro as well. So as
Kevin Kelly, is outside of Pillman's home with a microphone.
So basically, as Kevin Kelly is talking here, Tony, Larry Zbyszko, and Eric Bischoff. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Eric Bischoff will not be there. Excuse me. So Tony and Larry Zbyszko are talking right at the intro as well.
Yeah, I'm watching Kevin Kelly. Sorry.
I think I'm a little bit more intrigued by like this guy's at Brian Pillman's house.
Yeah. Standing outside and the wind's blowing.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're saying
it's nice that it's not a bullshit set backstage. You know what I mean?
I agree with that, yeah. Well, so they're saying that Stone Cold, if he shows up tonight and follows through with his promise that he said, then he's going to try to talk to him.
Starting off with fireworks. Looks like Goldust is coming out here to make his... yeah, it's Goldust. Hunter Hearst Helmsley is at the entrance.
What in the world?
What is going on here?
And so is Kurt Hennig, or Mr. Perfect.
That was weird.
Oh, there's like a group of people.
Is this a Survivor Series team?
Oh. What time are you guys at? I might be a second or two behind you.
I like how they switched the WWF logo in the corner to gold because Goldust is coming.
I love that.
My time check is 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
Okay, I'm at that as well.
I'm at 3:12, so I'm just a couple ahead.
Just fucking guy.
Freaking Austin streaming it or fast.
Whatever, I paused it for a second, so suck my nuts.
Oh, there's Crush.
Do you like this Crush, guys, or do you like...
Why is he
Kona
acting like
Crush?
somebody's in his head? I don't know. What is that about?
Well, I didn't really get to watch Kona Crush with you guys very much, so I don't mind this version, but we've seen him like do something cool once, and it was like his debut, his re-debut, and like that was kind of it.
I think I like Kona Crush better. I'm sorry.
I think I like Heel Crush, but like 94 Heel Crush. Or like late 93.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
Why not?
No. I don't like that.
Look at this, guys. Here's our Survivor Series teams.
Look at those bullshit-ass teams.
Lawler, Goldust, Crush, and Helmsley. I missed it.
Look at all the empty seats on the floor. Stalker,
Holy shit.
Maivia, Henry, and Wildman.
That's right.
Oh, they're coming out now anyway.
Here comes the Stalker.
Fuck Offer.
Wait, he doesn't have his face paint. He looks like a rip-off Hogan. Wait, I know who it is. It's Spike Dudley.
Fuck this guy, dude. Fuck this guy.
I don't understand it. I thought at Survivor Series they always made it sound like this was like Rocky Maivia's first appearance. He's on fucking Raw like two times already.
I mean, there he is.
Look at fucking what's his nuts with just a generic WWF shirt on.
Well, yeah, come on. Mark Henry in the American flag outfit's funny. Okay, so guys, we're opening up Raw here with the Stalker versus Goldust.
Come on,
so,
dude.
Nitro's match that we're kind of going up against here. We got Marcus Bagwell with Scotty Riggs versus Brad Armstrong. And it's noted here that the crowd is hot. Very excited. And for reference, that the match on Nitro is going to be going 7 minutes and 27 seconds.
Where is the show for Nitro?
It is in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Oh. So that's a hot crowd. Here's the deal, dude.
Wait 1 second. Stone Cold is on the phone. Doc Hendricks, he's confirmed he's on his way to Pillman's house. Who's gonna stop me?
I would like the Stalker so much more if he was just Barry Windham in camo pants.
Well, he is. That's what this is right now.
Yeah, but his name is the Stalker, and he's got a generic WWF shirt on.
I like that he doesn't have the face paint on.
Yeah, but if it was this and he didn't have the shirt on and it was just Barry Windham, like, okay, I can deal with that.
Yeah.
Oh, Vince McMahon is warning Steve Austin there's a welcoming committee at Pillman's house.
Which means what?
Kevin Kelly.
Kevin Kelly, that's it.
Did they really have like cell phones that he could be chatting with in the car easily?
They had cell phones on Saved by the Bell in like 93.
Okay.
I feel like this was the time where you had like the corded phones in your car.
Well,
yeah.
You know what? It really could be. Yeah.
Good point.
But I don't think you can legally drive. Well, who knows? You probably could.
Well, then you could drive without your freaking seatbelt still, I think.
Yeah, most people didn't even have a license at this time.
I think that they did have cell phones, but it just took like 4 days to charge it all the way.
Oh. Or was it the ones that you plug into like the cigarette lighter?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. As soon as my damn cell phone's done charging, Vince, I'm gonna call your ass. Some bitch has been on there since the last episode of goddamn Raw.
Well, okay, if you guys are watching this, you see Rocking My Via for the first time in gear on Raw.
Barely, you see him, barely.
We saw him briefly, like standing off to the side in a segment. Then we saw him in the picture for the match, and now we're seeing him in person on Raw. Are you thinking, who the fuck is that guy?
I'm thinking, oh wow, look at this shitty rip-off Mark Marrow guy.
Well, that's what I was just saying. But I think that I wonder if on Superstars, and I haven't watched.
Well, I was going to ask that.
I wonder if they were having vignettes of them on Superstars.
Whatever, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I can't say that I care.
If I didn't know any better, I'm
eyes,
saying he's a flash in the pan. If I don't know any better.
I mean, I think you can. Oh, is he kissing him?
Oh my god, that's a good move.
I would say that Rocking My Via, 100% comes across as a white meat baby face.
Well, yeah. What the fuck is this?
Just doesn't work in WWF right now. It looks like we're getting a vignette here of Steve Austin.
Boy toy. In your house, rock bottom. What are the dogs barking?
This is awesome.
Why
You
are
just
you
keep saying, sexy boy. 7 years of frustration and being pissed off. Taking it on your ass. You don't like this, Brett?
I thought you were saying sexy boy to Sean.
Well, he was.
Do you like how they were like, hey, Steve, just walk around a lot with your gear on in this shitty place?
Survivor Series, November 17th. That was a cool...
Yeah, it was.
That was a cool little video. Moments ago, look at this weird-ass camera angle from between the ropes. I hated that. I don't like corner cameras. I don't know about
I
you
do
guys.
in WCW when they're doing like a corner move and the guy's right fucking there. It's like you're getting punched in the face. I like that.
Yeah, but that's usually because there's a cameraman holding it right there.
Yeah, no, that I like.
Wedged in the ropes.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty rare that they do a camera angle that I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like in the corner, I mean, like attached to the fucking post.
I liked when the referee in WCW had a camera on his forehead.
Yeah.
Mark Henry's taking his clothes off and threatening King, so that's good.
Match just got thrown out.
Did it really?
I'm gonna whoop your ass.
So by this time, I'm assuming that Marcus Bagwell. Oh wait, hold on. Who actually won? Hold on.
I would have to imagine that Bagwell won.
Yes, it was Bagwell. I wanted to make sure that it was.
It's like 96. I don't think Brad Armstrong won a match for like 4 years.
I'm just making sure.
Where's Rocky Maivia? Oh, he's on the top rope.
Bagwell won with a crossbody.
Look, Maivia doesn't know what to do. Oh, there we go.
Speaking of,
That was a sloppy looking crossbody.
he didn't hit it too bad though, but
He didn't hit it great.
I've seen worse.
And then Mark Henry with this American flag stuff is just looking kind of like a pose.
Well, look how they're all wearing. Look at the. I agree, dude. Miro and Rocky Maivia, they match way too good.
They're fucking twins.
They're the same color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even saw Mark Miro like tweet or like post recently. He's like that people used to think that he was like African American.
Right. I saw that too, yeah.
I'd believe it.
You know what? I wonder if
Oh.
when I was a kid if I thought the same thing. Oh, there's Pillman.
They're in his living room. There's a Pillman jersey hung up behind him.
And that's what's her name? Melanie?
Yeah, that's Melanie there. Tell you, Melanie had a set of jugs on her. Sorry, Brian Jr., but I'm saying it.
I'm saying that Melanie looks like Sunny, but like she came out of the dryer and your clothes are still wet and like some of it's dry. And,
Holy
like,
shit!
She's not a finished product.
Oh, God.
Wow. Well, speaking of Sunny,
Just
can
from
we
that
get an update?
Just from that footage.
Oh, wait, Undertaker's
Oh,
gonna be back to fight Mankind at Survivor Series?
Fuck off with that.
with Paul Bearer in a cage above the ring.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, my God. Give me a fucking break, dude.
Here's the thing, dude. I think okay. Sean said Bret Austin and Mankind Taker. I'm sold. I'm buying the show. I'm buying it. I would buy it. Oh God, what is this? Big Bang Boom?
It's
Is
on one
that
of the
Kane
tours.
back there?
Oh, that's the Executioner.
That's Execution.
Oh.
Okay, so you guys want a Sunny update?
Well, I know she claimed that she had a seizure.
Oh, I didn't. Hold on. I didn't even get to that part yet. I guess.
Okay.
I don't know if I see that on here. Well, when's the last time we recorded, guys? Hold on, let me check that because it's been.
I
I'm gonna go back only till when we recorded last.
think it was the 18th.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to that date, and I'm gonna read all the things she
All right.
posted on that day.
Oh, you're on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
The Undertaker's talking through a screen on the Big Bang Tour, and there's the cage.
Oh, fuck off. with
So
this bullshit.
on she
Where
posted.
is this? Is this from the tour?
Yes, the Big Bang Boom Tour. Yeah.
Okay, but it had like a Raw entrance thing there.
Well, yeah, it's an easy stage. They can bring that to the tour.
I
look
doubt that they did that.
I guarantee
What
you they
the
did.
fuck
We're
is
literally
this?
seeing it.
He's
What the heck?
upside down?
Oh, wow.
It's a mannequin doll.
Wow. Okay, so Sunny since our recent thing, she posted a couple OnlyFans like links, and then it says a couple things here. Hey babes, did you miss me? Then it says, it's booty time, wanna come spank me? Then it says, want some? Then there's full and juicy with cherries. Come join me, baby, with some kissy faces. Swipe left to see the series of my pussy. And then it says, want to see the BJ video that ended with this messy face? Check your DMs tonight.
No, I don't
Oh,
want to
my
fucking see any of that.
Then she had a bunch of 50% off sales with some pictures that are fine. Here, I'll show you guys so you got a reference point.
Yikes.
He's talking to Pillman here. More 50% off sales. Thinking about you. Okay, here's the one I was waiting to say. But let's hear what Pillman has to say quick first. I got excellent prognosis for 97. Oh, get those things in frame. Cameraman, move up.
Not the attitude era yet.
Is it funny that Austin pointed that out, but I didn't even notice it in the first cut? I was just staring at Pillman. But okay, there you go. They're there.
Brian Jr. looks just like his mom, bro.
But without
Like, if
the
you look at
jugs.
the face,
Yeah, I can see that.
yeah, for sure.
Mr. Pillman, if you can hear me. With her wife, Melanie, This is getting kind of heated here between Vince and Pillman.
I mean, aren't you captivated when this dude talks? Because I am, and I don't even have the volume on.
Well, right. Steve is a dead man walking because Austin 316 makes Pillman 9mm Glock, and he pulls out a gun, cocks it. Melanie's like, please stop. Oh, they're saying that he's out there now.
Holy shit. I just pictured myself as like being 7.
Now, guys, we're only 16.
Show starts at 7:57. This guy pulls out a fucking pistol at fucking.
Well,
And it's like, oh, Steve Austin outside, and then it goes to commercial. You're like, what the fuck's going on, dude?
And it's like 8:15 at night. It's like,
Well,
yeah, all right, it's murder.
we're 16 minutes and 42 seconds into the show.
Over
he's
on Nitro, like fucking Glacier's coming out, and there's a guy with a gun on the other channel.
Right, so there's the next match that's probably started on Nitro, which is Diamond Dallas Page versus Ice Train with Teddy Long. That match is going to go 6 minutes and 34 seconds, and of course, Diamond Dallas Page is going to win with the Diamond Cutter.
Of course it is.
So by the time, I mean, we're probably getting pretty close to the end of that match. But I want to see what's going to happen here before I tell you guys the next Sunday update. But we're getting karate fighters, Marlena versus fucking Sid.
Come on, that's it. Yeah.
Look how easy that was. She's like, damn it.
Sid isn't about to lose going into Survivor Series, even on a game.
Boys, let's do a reshoot.
Marlena.
Wait, get this shit off. Fucking go back to Brian Pillman's house.
No, we want karate fighters.
Doc Hendricks versus Sable is next in the tournament next week.
The holiday tournament, too.
Oh, shit, here we go.
Oh, what? I thought that was Bruce Pritchard for a minute.
So did I. Who are these guys just attacking Steve Austin?
Who's that guy?
How does shirt rip like that?
Steve's whooping their ass, dude.
This is horrible security.
Yeah, they're trying to keep Austin away.
Oh,
And
he
there
just
goes
threw him in a
there
pool.
goes Pillman's kiddie pool.
Hey,
You son of a
drowning.
bitch.
Hey, that's Brian Jr.'s pool, dude.
Unreal.
Fuck.
Look at what's he doing? He's throwing garbage cans around.
Oh
There's
my
pizza
God.
boxes there.
Dude, he took that to the stomach so hard.
He's
Threw him
sitting
against
in
the garage.
door.
This is nuts.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's closing this dude's head in the car door.
He's wedging his head in the car door. Oh no.
Oh, it's
Can't-
cutting out.
Yeah.
Look
These
at
dudes,
this shit,
these dudes,
dude.
they should probably hire them. They're not backing down.
They're getting their ass kicked.
Oh no. There we go.
What
He just broke
fuck,
the pool.
dude.
He just broke the pool.
And the red wagon.
Oh, you didn't
Steve
read
Austin's
that.
turning
With
heel,
a fucking
dude.
metal red wagon. Get out of here.
What a fucking heel.
Don't
By
you
the way, I love that he's wearing the Brian Pillman ECW shirt, by the way.
Mm-mm. That is a freaking great point, dude. Great notice there. Look at that. That is funny.
Probably because the WWF doesn't have any of his merch yet.
I like that he's wearing one of his shirts, though. Look, it's the extreme one. That's so funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he's
Not
walking
even
up to the
taking-
door.
Not even taking the sidewalk to the door, by the way. So disrespectful.
Door's locked.
Locked. And all
Every
of
light
this
on is in the house, by the way.
All of this is because Pillman was his like Bret Hart's good.
Yeah, dude. Steve Austin's pissed.
Dude, you don't say Bret Hart's good. I'm gonna come to your house and kill you. Well,
That
don't
is
say,
really
"I'm
interesting when you
fucking
think about
God."
that. Okay, well, we're going back to the ring here.
Oh yeah, how can we cut away to the fucking match now? Get
The
out.
pug.
The pug.
Well, don't worry. I have exciting updates for you, but we'll see who his opponent is first.
Is this Chris Candido?
Not Chris Candido. Who's this? Oh, the Sultan.
All right. Not what I would call a good
That's something.
filler, but we'll take it.
also known as Fatu.
Yeah. Okay,
no.
so Sonny has a question for everyone, right? Question for all.
Boy. Okay.
Why follow me and others just to write nasty comments and derogatory remarks? Is your life that fucking boring? Can't you think of something to do, like assemble Legos or dress like Star Wars characters? Doesn't it show your insecurities?
What is that supposed to mean?
Don't know, but someone asks her in the replies. Question for you. How fast were you going? You slammed into the poor old guy, stopped at a traffic light, and killed him. His life ended for what reason? Were you on your way to a fire or drunk or high? And she replies.
Oh!
She goes, about 10 since I was slowing down to light, but he had a heart attack, nothing to do with my seizure. So someone literally goes, how fast were you going when you killed that guy? In the comment of like, why do you guys say nasty things?
Yeah, because she goes, why don't you go play Legos or dress up as Star Wars? And they're like, why don't you go kill fucking somebody, you motherfucker?
Pretty much after that, though, guys, it's all 50% off sales for Cinco de Mayo.
Dude, that's funny shit. I can't believe somebody responded, and then she responded back, dude.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't expect that. I actually didn't see that until just a second when I was like looking.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
That's great.
Speaking of funny, Iron Sheik's in the ring here doing like a fucking ceremony. Look, they're leaving the rug. They're leaving the rug.
What?
No, he remembered to grab it.
Iron Sheik's like, fuck, I got to bring this back to Dollar General.
Okay, guys, so at this point on Nitro, I believe our third match is probably happening.
Okay.
Oh, who is it, dude?
Well, this is the WCW Cruiserweight Champion Dean Malenko facing off against Scotty Riggs.
Oh, boo.
That match goes...
Scotty Riggs.
Yeah, well, Malenko won. Oh, wait, hold on. Riggs... Oh, no.
Riggs did not win the Cruiserweight Championship. So
No, it's not for the
that.
title. It's not for the title.
Okay.
Hold on. Bagwell tosses Riggs back inside. Oh, yeah, for Malenko to Oklahoma Roll him. So I misread it. Yeah, so Malenko won in 3 minutes and 22 seconds.
Fuck off.
Then they do a flashback right after to last week where Mongo helped Benoit defeat Guerrero with assistance from a briefcase. Now there's only one more match on Nitro that happens before the second hour starts. And we are 23 minutes and 9 seconds into this show, so I will hold off on talking about that a little bit more. So they probably did put some other things in between this, so I'm probably jumping the gun a little bit, but...
Yeah, I'm sure there was interviews and stuff. Like
entrances and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm jumping the gun a bit, but I'm just excited to hear. And guys, the last match is a banger.
I've decided in my life that I really need an LWO shirt.
And did you get it yet?
No, I haven't yet, but I really need one.
Yeah, you probably do. I need to stop buying things in my life, but I can't.
Yeah, I know. I do
I'm gonna
too.
buy.
I have to
I'm
move.
gonna buy.
You have to start up again after you move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy a bunch of stuff because my credit card has no APR for 12 months. So
That's a good idea.
Oh.
that's
So
why I bought those shorts.
What's your limit, Bob?
On that card, it's $3,000.
See, I should have made you buy the turnbuckle for me and paid you in installments. I knew it.
Remember when I told you that?
Yeah, but then that's not something, like, I feel guilty about doing that. I couldn't do that to you.
Yeah.
Well, I'd keep the turnbuckle as collateral until you paid me.
Oh, it gets so dirty.
What?
It get dirty.
Yeah, I would have Domino's grease all over.
Right,
it.
and Sarah would sneeze on it.
No, I'd keep it right by my toilet.
Hold on.
And since I tend to like trickle in the front, I'd make sure I have it like on the front of the toilet.
Fuck you. Pillman is sitting down holding the gun in a non-safe looking position, if you ask me. His finger is on the trigger. Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, his finger shouldn't be on the trigger.
Uh,
Oh my god, he's just using a baseball bat to break open the window, the door.
Austin, he's in. He's got the gun. Oh, shit. They cut the feed. Okay, so...
It's just a black screen.
Wait, we lost the satellite feed. We just came back from commercial now.
This is so stupid.
25 minutes, around 19 seconds in.
How long was it?
We are at 25 minutes and 25 seconds. And we're back in the ring.
Holy shit.
What is Jim Ross doing in the ring with a podium?
That was good shit. How about when Steve walks in and he like stops because he sees the gun and he's like, oh hell.
Oh, hell no.
Looks like I bit off more than I could chew here.
Also, can we discuss how like the inside of the house looks like a trailer compared to the White House outside?
Yeah.
It is kind of interesting how like the inside looks compared to the outside.
Yeah.
Here comes Sid. They got some weird podium in the ring.
Yeah, what are they doing? Like a debate of like why they're
I don't know.
worthy of being champion or something?
I don't know, but Sid looks like the tits.
I think he's pushing his gut out a little bit. I can't count his abs right now.
He must have had catering.
You know what? I don't blame him. I would too. He probably ate like 7 slices of pizza and a couple pancakes, and they were like, "Hey, we need you for a segment." And he's like, "Oh fuck!"
Sid
Yeah,
is like a
arms.
comic book villain.
Yeah, the water on his tight isn't from like water. It's the grease sweats from
Right.
the kid.
Hey, if you want a good show to watch, my friends, I just finished watching The Boys on Amazon. It's pretty freaking good. It's about superheroes, but it's kind of like shows like how they're kind of like douchebags. It's pretty good. It's like dark. It's
No. If you want
Austin,
a good show to watch,
Austin, you would like it.
if you want a
Not
good show
bad.
to watch, go on to HBO Max and rewatch Degrassi: Next Generation.
It's kind of crazy. I've been watching that too, and man, what they did to wait, what's his name?
Yeah, you're a fucking liar, dude. Shut up.
Well,
I think you gotta have
knew.
tampons to watch that, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's a good thing that I do.
Yeah,
And
I think
shove
they're
'em-
like.
I shove them right up my ass.
Right.
Wait a second. I forgot that Sean and Sid are fighting. So that tells you how big Stone Cold versus Bret Hart is. That I forgot that Sean and Sid are fighting.
I
and
want that
Meltzer
jean jacket,
noted
you
that.
fuck.
Meltzer noted that in the Observer. He was like, Sean and Sid is definitely taking the back seat.
That's so crazy. Yeah, Sean is wearing his own merch jean jacket that Austin keeps wanting.
Love it.
Gotta get those sales.
I kind of love that podium with the big logo on it. It feels dated for what we're watching, but like it's good.
It definitely is dated.
Sid's like, I'm sorry, can we start again?
I feel like
So
the.
stupid. Why
I
are
mean, do you
doing
guys
this?
feel like the look of the ring even is dated at this point? Like the blue and everything?
Yeah. Kinda.
I don't think that bothers me.
See, it makes me feel like we're watching like really old shit.
I feel like if anything looks dated, it's the entrance. Think of
Yeah.
what Nitro's is
And-
compared to fucking Raw's.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know. It's something about the like because in your house when they have like the black ring skirt, that doesn't bother me. I think that looks really
Yeah.
nice. The
Yeah.
blue just makes me feel like I'm watching like a really old wrestling show, which I guess we kind of are, but older. And it doesn't help the logo. The logo feels super dated.
I don't necessarily think that so much, but I definitely agree with the blue. I think the blue is dated.
I think it's the bright colors that are getting me. Because once again, you look at Nitro, it's very different.
Well, again, this is the mid '90s though, dude.
I know.
Bright colors are in.
I know.
But yeah, there's definitely more of a
Oh, he just
progressive
swore.
edge.
What do you, he said something about the loony bin?
What do you have to thank for being back in the World Wrestling Federation? Huh?
Are they throwing cheap shots here at the USWA? Because that's where Sid was.
Oof.
I don't think it's that, Bob.
It better not be.
Flashback
I think
to
it's
last week.
the WCW.
He wasn't in WCW when he had a little hiatus there.
Yeah, he was. He went to visit his buddies.
There's little bods.
Well, and we just saw that recap video of them colliding. You can tell Sid is purposely looking behind him to make sure that Shawn was there.
Duh.
to throw the elbow. So
Look
Wait
at
a
Jose. Jose's like, oh, what day is it today?
Guys, I think they're about to cut away from this. Oh,
That's fine.
Did Vince just say sorry we don't have it? I thought they were about to cut back like right now. Maybe not.
I don't think you can do that to your
They literally just said we're going back to Cincinnati, and then I'm pretty sure he said, oh wait, no we don't. We're not.
They're not in Cincinnati though. They're in Kentucky.
I'm just saying, dude, there was an audio mess up. That's what they said though.
Well, here's the thing. They do call it suburban Cincinnati. Because the Kentucky line where they live is literally over the bridge to Cincinnati.
No.
So I'm pretty sure like Kevin Kelly says it too at some point and stuff.
So they're technically in Kentucky.
They are legally and technically in Kentucky, correct.
Yeah, I knew that, Bob. Come on. Don't you know this kind of stuff?
And the only reason I know that is because when I went to Pillman's like going away party thing, we went to Cincinnati, but it was like in Covington, Kentucky, which is literally over the bridge.
Mm. I knocked you down before, I'll knock you down again. That's Sean bragging. I guarantee it. Why is Jose still here? Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
Oh, that folded real easy.
What did he get that at Walmart?
He did it with 3 fingers. He knocked that fucking thing down.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. Try pushing the World Wrestling Federation champion, Sid.
Well, I will.
Somebody's coming out.
Jim Cornette.
The crowd's getting on their feet for. Oh no, it's more than that.
Ooh. Here we go. Vader. It's all Ken Cornette. We'll say it like that.
Look, so they're putting their differences aside and they're gonna help each other now. If I was Sid, dude, I'd still beat up Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, why not?
Because realistically, Sid can still beat up everybody that just came out.
If I was Sid, I would just powerbomb Shawn onto that podium. Bulldog and Vader got in the ring.
Wait, where's Owen? Oh,
right
he's
here.
coming with a chair. Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh.
Chair to the back, baby.
And I like how I went to Sid first.
So he's the bigger guy.
Oh, now Sid's going to be like, Shawn, you hit me with a chair? And then Shawn's going to be like, yeah.
Give me a fucking break.
Here you go. Yeah. You bastard.
Oh. Sid thinks Shawn Michaels did it.
Did you hit my back? That's what he said. Did you hit my back? Look, Owen's back in. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Beat up again. 2 guys beating up one of the 3 main heels. You gotta love it. Yeah, great. Embrace, Shawn said. Sid loves it. Yeah, I love it when you yell at me.
Oh, here comes Pat in the Cosby sweater.
Yeah, what the hell?
No, Shawn Michael.
You're going banana. I need to rewatch Legends House.
That's a goodie.
No, Shawn. You gotta love it.
Okay, we went to
What in
commercial.
the fuck?
Oh no, it's Freddie Blassie. Oh shit.
I feel like this is illegal what they're doing with this kid.
They're making him dress up like a bunch of wrestlers, but the Shawn Michaels one in particular. And Freddie Blassie is laughing as he's stripping at Shawn Michaels.
And it's Freddie Blassie with little ass kids, dude.
Yeah. And the kid was acting like Goldust at the end.
Fuck.
Wait, last thing we saw before we lost the satellite thing, he's trying to drown the guy in the pool. So we're going a little flashback here.
These are probably just like the uncles.
I can't wait for next.
That.
I can't wait for next week and hear what's in the Observer about this.
I don't know if it's even reported about yet.
Oh shit. Okay.
There we go. He's breaking in with the baseball bat.
That wallpaper is disgusting. Like it's
It
so
really
ugly.
is.
Fucking and with the green rug, which
Dude,
is an indoor-outdoor rug.
It's so bad.
It's an indoor-outdoor rug.
And it's everywhere.
Like, what the fuck?
That wallpaper was on every single wall in the area we were just in.
Yeah.
Authorities have been contacted to be here, and sounds like Mark Miro is coming out. Yep.
We already saw this fuck tonight.
Was it him or was it Rocky Maivia? Can't remember.
Good point.
That's true.
Well, we're at 36 minutes and 19 seconds, but I'm just going to give you our last match on Nitro because we're probably getting pretty close to when it's going to be on or whatever. So
give it to us.
The final match. Oh, look at this. Sonny's Secrets, Raw magazine. That's a pretty risque cover for a Raw magazine.
I would say so.
The final match was Chris Benoit with Woman versus Hector Guerrero. That match goes 9.
I thought you said it was a freaking big match.
Yeah. That match went 9 minutes and 51 seconds.
That went almost 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, Benoit won. And Matt Petticourt said that this was the match of the night.
Oh, nice. Scott Hall's coming out with Kevin Nash. He's fighting formerly known as Johnny B. Bad.
That's fine.
Oh, God. I'll let you know that nothing else that happened on Nitro was really any good either. But
well, that's unfortunate.
I don't think it. I mean, I'm not impressed by the card.
Say hello to the back. This is ridiculous.
I hate this so much. I was just thinking earlier, like, damn.
He doesn't even pose long enough with the pyro.
Dude, what do you mean he? You mean Scott Hall?
Scott Hall.
Razor Ramon.
He doesn't pose long enough.
Back on Nitro or Raw.
I loved it, and we've talked about it before, but even the logos and stuff are just slightly shittier.
It's so bad. I mean, it's like crazy bad. Sit down, Jim. You stay over there, man. Okay, man. Got in chairs on commentary.
Jim Ross should just manage these guys.
Let me tell you something, some bitches. These are the real motherfuckers, and I don't want to hear a goddamn thing about it.
God.
These are the real motherfuckers, and I don't want to hear
I talked to Steve Austin yesterday. I could have told you this was going to happen.
I wish they would have named him but like if this was Mr. Chico in the ring. Dude.
Stupid.
Mr. Chico.
Oh, dude, that would have been so good. Just such bullshit ass names, dude.
Mr. Chico and like the Truck Man. Oh, I think Austin's frozen.
He is.
That's not good for our recording potentially here.
Oh, well, just in case, we are at a time check of 39 minutes and 38 seconds.
We had a bit of a technical difficulty. Mr. Austin Skinner decided to have his internet crash out. So we restarted here at 39:38 with Mark Miro with a armbar on Scott Hall.
Yeah, he's
if you're following along, 40 minutes on the dot right now.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I think that Austin kind of planned this, Bob. He saw what he wanted. He saw the gun get pulled out, so he said, pull the plug, and his dog or his girlfriend, someone went over and went, pulled that shin out the wall, cut it with a knife, and that's why he can't get back on.
Well, you know what? And I think for the past probably 6 months or so, Austin's been looking for a way out. And I think this is his way out of the podcast.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. It's kind of a weird way to do it, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
We'll probably never hear from him ever again.
I know, it feels like it's like Thursday. Is it Thursday? is it Saturday? Is this the TNA Cross the Line podcast?
What is going on?
Bob, you got any indie notes for Mark Miro and Scott Hall?
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, so Kerwin is still on the phone saying everyone's a little spooked right now. As a reminder, Brian Pillman just pulled a gun out on Steve Austin before the feed got cut. Oh, we're off the phone now. That was Kerwin Silfies. He's in the truck. He's the WWF producer and or director, and he's a little scared because there was a gun involved. Not Brian Pillman, 9mm, said, "I just shot your ass."
And I like how that has a murder has potentially happened, and
they're like, "Yeah,
they continue with the show."
Well, to be fair, I mean, they continue the show for a lot worse things in the future, so.
That's true.
It's interesting that Vince McMahon just called Razor Ramon as JR's Razor Ramon. So they're not – it's almost like they're recognizing the fact that they're very clearly not the real guys. Whereas, like, originally they feel like they were trying to play it off like, oh, yeah, this is them.
Well, you can't insult your audience that much. Because, like, isn't their logic is, like, it's the character, not the person playing the character?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. So.
Okay, Kerwin is back on the phone. So fuck this match.
I mean, in ring-wise, it's been fuck the show anyway.
Well, right. But it's kind of fascinating that we're essentially getting a show-long, like, angle happening.
Yeah. But, you know, what's kind of crazy, though, is that I've been interested the whole time.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, I mean it's been well done. Kerwin just yelled like, "Hey!" and then they lost contact. The call ended. Vince is like very somber. This is really getting out of hand. JR is like, "You had to know that something like this was going to happen. You had to know it." Should be on your shoulders, mister. Wait a minute.
Don't play dumb with us.
Something going on here. This is no time to take a popular stand, okay? There's like nothing to call.
It's a neck vice.
It's a neck vice. Austin's completely destroyed the flow. Yeah. Austin, how dare you lose internet? How funny would it be if he just pops his ass back up? But we're in the middle of this. He pops up.
I'm sure he will. And what's fun, I mean, this feels like NWO B team right now. Like, when it's the three of us for the NWO A team. But, like, right now I feel like I'm Bryan Adams and, like, you're Horace Hogan.
Oh, I wanted to be Vincent, but whatever.
And we're missing our Stevie Ray.
Yeah, we are. We really are.
Screech can be our Vincent.
Okay. I'll be Horace then.
There you go.
Miro off the top.
Missile drop kick by Miro. Come on. Finish him off. 1, 2. No. We need a gun update.
I know, for real. I'm actually kind of surprised that the gun. I thought this is I've never seen this entire episode of Raw. I've only seen the angle stuff. I kind of just assumed that we were going to end Raw, gun pulled out, done.
Now, that would make a lot of sense.
Well, even when we talked about it, I don't know if it was on air or off air, like last week, I thought that's kind of the way that we kind of made it seem. We knew it was going to go the full show. You guys mentioned that to me. But I definitely thought it was going to end that way. Helmsley and Mr. Perfect are walking ringside as we go to commercial, probably to take Sable. Is that what's about to happen?
Maybe. And they told us that Mr. Perfect will be on Livewire.
Oh,
this
yay.
Saturday.
The Big Bang Boom Tour. Non-stop action. Bleh.
Where are they going? Newfoundland.
Bob, speaking of funny bullshit like Doc Hendricks and stuff, did you see the picture from the Young Rock show? Holy shit. What is happening?
People were saying, and it might have been a joke, but they were like, oh, is that Jeff Jarrett? I was like, that's Michael Hayes.
Dude, it's weird. Well, because it's funny because one of the images that just came out is literally like early, like it's like 95 because Steve Austin had the green trunks.
Right.
And I think Luke Hawx is actually playing Steve Austin, which is really weird.
Yeah. It's kind of just like the characters that they're or actors or whatever. I mean, they don't look anything like.
Wow.
The
one who's playing The Rock looks pretty damn good.
I'm talking about like the other.
Well, none of the other ones look good at all.
Like the Undertaker is like,
dude,
he's not Puerto Rican. What are you doing?
The guy who plays Iron Sheik's not bad.
Yeah.
He was actually at the wrestling signing I went to recently, and they were really trying to like push him, like, dude, he's big, good wrestler, good artist, plays Iron Sheik, and I was like,
holy shit, Scott Hall just beat Mark Merrow.
Bro. Are we serious?
I was not expecting that. He hit the Razor's Edge and he pinned him.
Dude.
Sable, of course, emotional. Oh, Mark.
I can't believe that just happened.
Oh, okay.
So earlier tonight.
How many times are they going to show this guy pointing a gun at him?
It's actually kind of interesting how many times they're showing it. What the hell was that? Does that Waller who just said this is stupid?
Might have been.
This is stupid. Oh wait, we're about to go back live.
All right, we're live.
Here we go. We're live. Who are these people? Are holding Pillman back?
Does he still have the gun? That's a killer mullet that one guy's got.
Wait a second. Is that the guy who got dumped in the water? Because he's dry now.
I think it is.
That's weird. Okay.
Is that Louis Spicoli? No.
He appears dry. Anyways, they're holding Pillman back. Nobody has been shot, they're saying. But you know where Austin is.
You definitely have to clarify.
I do not know where Steve Austin is. What? Oh my God, he's back, they say. And there's Steve Austin, and all those guys go right after him.
Does he have the gun again?
Wait, he does. He's got the gun out. I heard it cock.
I heard it too, I thought.
They're not showing it, though. They're not showing. Oh, he just swore. They said, get out of the fucking house or something. They did not censor it.
That's definitely a gun.
Yep. Dropping F-bomb, uncensored F-bombs on an episode where they censored Sid swearing earlier, which is funny.
Well, you're allowed one F-bomb, aren't you, technically?
I don't know if you are.
I think you are.
Well, that's how we go off the air, dude.
Yeah, that's how we go off the air. Okay, so here's the thing. In ring-wise, that show fucking sucks. But I'm going to say it's a good show because the Austin Pillman stuff would have kept me invested the whole time.
Literally the entire show. Yeah. I mean, in the beginning, they show Pillman. We kind of lead up to this. Then all of a sudden, Steve Austin's on the phone on the way in one match. Then we do more segments. Then we go to the other match. Now we're talking to the director or whatever his title was. And then we go back to it. Man, that was a lot of fun for an episode that was, like you said, very shitty in ring.
Yeah.
Sid Shawn confrontation, I think, needed before we head into SummerSlam. It was kind of silly, but that's fine.
I was going to say that was silly too. But...
It was silly, but I think it's needed. We had to do it at least once a little.
Yeah.
Because, and here's the thing.
It's definitely a back seat to the Brett Steve stuff.
Which is nuts. Which is also, what's also crazy is, I mean, we didn't see Brett on the show. And, of course, Steve Austin's going after Pillman, who obviously cannot wrestle. how are they going to twist this? Because we have one more week before Survivor Series. Are they going to twist this back to Brett in some capacity? Don't you think that Steve Austin maybe should be suspended for breaking into someone's house? It's a weird situation. Right. But it's wrestling, so we know obviously that's not what's going to happen. But I'm curious what's going to happen on our Go Home episode next week, because usually on these taped Raws, I feel like they do a really shitty job, especially in the Go Home episode, and especially for our main events, because was the confrontation that we just had between Sid and Sean the final thing we're going to see? I don't know. I'm just curious what else are we going to do? I mean, is there more than one Survivor Series elimination match? Do we know? I can't remember. Or have they only announced the one? I feel like they might have announced two, but I really can't remember.
I think there's two, but I think we only know like the people in one.
Okay, that makes sense. And I'm kind of not remembering, and I honestly don't know what there was. So I don't know. I guess I'm just curious what's going to happen, but I agree, man. That was a fun show, and it was definitely not for the wrestling part of it.
No. I mean, this is a rarity for me where I'm captivated by a show-long angle instead of anything in ring.
Well, how often does a show-long angle work that well?
I feel like not very often at all.
I mean, a straight 45 minutes where it's like, okay, what's going to happen next? And we want more of that. Like, keep that coming. And then it comes on and you can't. It's almost like I felt bad talking over it, but obviously our listeners can't hear it. But, like, that's how good that was.
I wonder, like, if you're watching Raw, would you even be tempted to switch over to Nitro? I don't even know.
How could you?
Because you don't want to. I feel like you wouldn't want to miss. Like, oh my god, this guy's got. Especially when you realize he has a gun.
Dude, I mean, it's nuts.
Like, holy shit! Like Brian Pillman's got a gun, and like what is going?
And once again, I mean, we talked about that first hour of Nitro that kind of went head to head here, and like it wasn't really that great. You really didn't. Now, I think the only difference, and now was Nitro. Did they? Because was this the time where they also started like a couple minutes early?
So yeah, I think they both would have been starting at like 7:57.
Okay, so it's hard because if like from the report that I read, if Sting is the first thing you see on Nitro, I think some people might stick around and be like, "Oh, Sting, like just stay there." But because to be honest with you, my opinion, Kevin Kelly outside of a house isn't enough to hook me in right away. And if I was switching right in that first couple minutes and I saw Sting in the rafters, I don't know, man. I might have been sticking on Nitro. Austin mentioned earlier that he thought it was interesting, and I agree, because it is different than what we normally see on Raw, because we don't see outside things like that. But is that enough to pull me in? Now, if the first sight we saw was like Pillman sitting there and like looking pissed off or something, that might be a little different to me. So, I don't know. Now, if you already watched Raw and you realize what's happening, I don't think you're switching. And I also think it's interesting. Mind you, I didn't really watch wrestling in the Monday Night Wars. I mean, during this episode, I would have just turned like 3 years old. Not even, really. And it's like I wasn't watching this time. But I feel like my mindset now is, okay, this is like an hour. I'll just watch the second hour of Nitro. I get a little bit of both.
Do you think that? Because I think there was like a Raw replay after. I think.
See, that'd be a game changer for me.
So now here's my question: if let's say you watched the full 2 hours of Nitro, you didn't switch over, and then you put in your VHS tape of Raw and you watch Raw, would you have like some level of like, damn, I should have just watched Raw?
Probably, and I think it's such a weird thing because I can't even like imagine this, but like you ain't getting spoiled. Nowadays, you miss something, you go on Twitter, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're done.
Here, you'd know, like this is like, if you called me like, dude, Pillman pulled out a gun. We're like 10 years old, and you're like, oh, there's a gun on Raw, and it's like, fuck. But like, really, I guess if I watched it taped, how would I have known what happened before? Like, okay, I missed it live, but I'm watching the same thing. So yeah. It's almost a little bit different, and it's a weird, and you can't put yourself in those shoes unless you were doing it, and I wasn't doing it. So it's really tough. The close example I have, dude, is like, man, when TNA went to Monday nights, and I was missing Sean and Brett, but no, I was watching Hogan take away my 6-sided ring, and I was pretty pissed off that day. And it's like, should I be watching Sean and Brett? Because I feel like I should be watching Sean and Brett.
I definitely watched Sean and Brett.
Actually, that one I might have switched back and forth, but
I was switching back and forth, but I was definitely watching. Brett and Sean was my main interest.
Understandably so. But like that's like the closest I have to this like situation, which is just kind of funny to think about. But yeah, I mean, I think like I don't know how many times we have to say it. Fun angle. Disappointed that Austin didn't get to see the finish there with us, but you know, things happen.
Yeah. Oh well. Next week's episode is the go home show to the Survivor Series pay-per-view. I don't recall anything being advertised.
No, I don't think it was.
Which I think is fine because of the whole angle with Pillman and Austin.
I agree with that.
It's all like disarray, so you don't really know what's going on.
Right, which makes sense. And I also think it's interesting to note that they also have been promoting like Livewire and stuff a lot more than what's happening on the next Raw.
It's true.
Which is it's a newer show and stuff, so it maybe makes sense. But yeah, we don't know what's happening, which honestly almost kind of makes it better. I feel like because like sometimes they'll announce something and it's like, wow, dude, can't wait to see that. This time we don't know, and after a chaotic episode, if you just watch this Raw, I have a feeling you're tuning into Raw next week.
I feel like I would be just for the follow-up of what happened between Stone Cold and Pillman.
I don't know how you couldn't.
And I feel you got to maybe start the show with that, or at least say like, "Oh, hey,
they're definitely going to.
We're gonna get words from Pillman or something." So.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Well, hopefully Austin will be back with us next week to watch a full show.
Freaking better.
Ron's bailing on us halfway through.
I know.
So, all right. Well, Dallas, I'm sure you have nothing else left because it's IcoPod, not TNA Crossline podcast.
But bro, I just talk so much, man. That's my thoughts. That's all I got.
All right. Well, until next week, for Dallas Gridley and the missing Austin Skinner, I'm Bob Conn Jr., and this has been IcoPod.
You got to hear it.